Shalom. I'd like to start out by giving all glory, praise, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakach, Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect of Israel. This is Thamayim in Atlanta, and I have this TikTok video for you today. And without explaining it, we're just going to go straight into it.
Before I took office, there were a lot of folks out there making some pretty bold predictions about how things would turn out. You might remember some of the predictions.
They're coming for your guns, they're coming for your jobs, and they're coming for your freedom. They hate American energy, and Joe Biden will shut it all down. He's going to.
That if I became president,
Biden's elected, he will wipe out your energy industry.
another prediction, that is my favorite one, I must add, is that if I got elected,
Gas prices going $5, $6, $7 for a gallon. Flood your communities with criminal aliens, drugs, and crime while they live behind beautiful gated compounds. They try to take away your guns, Second Amendment, they want to take it away, while they enjoy private security that's fully armed.
I never understood that one.
To spend trillions of dollars rebuilding foreign nations, fighting foreign wars, and defending foreign borders.
So for all those predictions of doom and gloom 6 months in, here's where we stand.
You want to use the word recession or depression?
Think of the single mom struggling to put food on the table each month.
You know, it's sad.
So if your primary concern right now is inflation,
We could stop it in 30 minutes.
when I took office,
He finally went outside. He went to get an ice cream.
look, the bottom line is this.
I say you're not doing a very good job. Because he can't take any questions now from the press.
Before I took office, there was a lot of folks
So that's it. And at first glance, it almost seems like Donald Trump is prophesying, but he's not. This is all planned out. Everything that he said is already planned out. The recession that we're in, these food shortages that we have, them trying to, which they haven't done yet, but it seems like they're trying to actually take away the guns. And what else? The inflation, the fuel shortages, and the diesel shortages. And they say we're actually going to be out of diesel within 8 weeks. But we'll see about that. But it all seems like Donald Trump is actually prophesying about what will happen. But he's actually not. He's just an insider. He understands the plan, their goal. And their plan is to make it chaotic here within Babylon, which is America, and the West and the whole world itself. They want to create chaos and division so that they can come in with the solution, which their solution being the MOTB, which is the implantable CHIP. So that is their goal. And they want to do all this stuff, or they do all this stuff and operate through what's called a Hegelian dialectic, or you can hear it called a false left-right paradigm, pressure from below, pressure from beneath, and it's where pretty much there's two opposing sides, but those two opposing sides are actually working together to carry out a certain plan. Or it's where you have like a one side will be sponsored by one entity, but on the other side, that same entity is sponsoring the opposition, and this is all just to get one plan pushed through. And that's pretty much how the political system operates. You have the Republicans and the Democrats, and it was done the same way in the Roman Empire, where they had the plebeians and the patricians, and it's just two sides, or you could say it's two wings on the same bird, considering the eagle's the symbol of both America and Rome. And so, what you think might seem like prophesying on Donald Trump is actually him just knowing the plan. And we're seeing parts of that plan being played out, that division and the chaos that they are trying to create so that they could have their overall goal accomplished. Which, I said it's the MOTB, but their overall goal is really to push that MOTB so that they can, and this New World Order, so that they can get their birthright back. But everything's already written. They lose. They do not get their birthright back. They go into captivity, hardcore captivity for 1,000 years. And then they will be done away with. They being the Edomites and their power structure. And the Edomites are the self-proclaimed Caucasians, or the self-proclaimed white race of people. They are falling, and we're watching it right now. So let's get into the scriptures. Start out at Revelation 13 and 11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and lambs are gentle. And horn goes into power. So he had these two power seats, and it seems gentle at first, but it goes on to say, and he spake as a dragon. And that dragon is going into harshness, draconian. And so it's going to seem like this is all for a good cause, but it's going to lead to harshness and cruelty. And those two horns, those are the two opposing sides, the Republican Party and the Democrat Party, or the plebeians and the patricians, the pro side and the against side. And that's how they operate. That's how they get things done, is from operating from both sides to push their agenda. It says, and he exerciseth all the power of the first beast before him. That first beast before him is the Roman Empire, and causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. And so this is actually the revival of the Roman Empire, which is why you have a Senate and various other things. We're going to move down to verse 16, Revelation 13 and 16, because this is their overall goal, which is to obtain their birthright back, but they're going to do it through this mark, which is the I've heard it called a digital all. And it says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And that is the MOTB, which is the implantable CHIP. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. And so they're using these two sides, to eventually reach their goal of implementing the MOTB, this mark. And let's go to the origins of this. Daniel 7. And this is where Daniel was having a dream of the kingdoms that would arise and fall before the coming of Yahushua. Who Yahushua is the man that the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. This is Daniel 7 and 7. After this, I saw in the night visions, and behold, a fourth beast, This fourth beast is the Roman Empire, dreadful and terrible and strong exceedingly. And it had great iron teeth, and the Romans were known for their iron weaponry. That's how they were able to conquer so much of the known world at that time. It devoured and it brake in pieces and stamped the residue with the feet of it, as in conquered vast territories and lots of people, different people. And it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it. And that diversity is from their senate. They did not have a king as the other kingdoms had. They actually had a senate, which was comprised of the plebeians and the patricians. So two different sides, two horns. There's two sides in the left-right paradigm, or the Hegelian dialectic, so that they could apply pressure from both above and below. Where was I? Verse 8, I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn. And so this is the revival of the Roman Empire. This is that beast that was slain was wounded but did live. This little horn in particular is Babylon the Great, or America, also known as America, before whom there were three of the first horns plucked up by the roots, and America came about through Britain, the French, and the Spanish. Those are who originally colonized this land, but America itself was what remained, and now it's greater than those three powers. And behold, in this horn were eyes like the eyes of man, and a mouth speaking great things. And these are all the blasphemies that America speaks, and all these philosophies that it pushes out throughout the entire earth. Verse 9, I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and these different kingdoms are fallen, and the Ancient of Days did sit, that being the Most High, Yahweh, whose garment was white as snow, and the hair of his head like the pure wool, whose throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire. A fiery stream issued and came forth from before him. Thousands ministered unto him, and 10,000 times 10,000 stood before him. The judgment was set, and the books were opened. I beheld then, because of the voice of the great words which the horn spake, I beheld even till the beast was slain, and his body destroyed and given to the burning flame. With the beast being NATO and the EU, with America riding on its back, and the Most High through his son Yahushua coming back to take down this kingdom. And so that's what is eventually going to happen to America, with all these blasphemies that it's spoken, all these cruelties that it's put out into the world that it's already done. It gets cast down. Go here to 2nd Esdras. And this is speaking of the Roman Empire, but as we were speaking of earlier, the Roman Empire was revived. That's its deadly wound was healed. So this is 2nd Esdras 11 and 45. And therefore, actually let's start at 44. The highest also looked upon the proud times, and behold, they are ended, because these kingdoms are getting cast down, and its abominations are fulfilled. And therefore appear no more thou eagle, nor thy horrible wings, nor thy wicked feathers, nor thy malicious heads, nor thy hurtful claws, nor all thy vain body. And this is, there's two wings on the same wicked bird. All this lying and deceit that has gone into pushing the will of the beast, pushing the will of the Edomites. This is all about to be cast down, and we're in the midst of it. We're watching the earth descend into chaos, and then as well as the beginnings of World War III and the beginnings of the MOTB being pushed out, as well as the beginnings of the kingdom of heaven coming about, because once all these things go down, that is when the kingdom begins. So we just have to get through these last few parts, these last few prophecies, this last bit of wickedness and death that's going to be pushed out into the earth. Have to get through that, but then Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, are going to take down this wicked beast, this wicked bird. So, Lord willing, that was edifying. I'd like to give all glory, praise, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, or Kakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect of Israel.